What's going on YouTube? AJ Spinoza here with Kydex Works LLC. Want to do a short little video of making the Kydex holster. I got an order for a friend. It's a SIG P320 with the TLR1. Front sheet is a multicam camo, and the back sheet is a tan, coyote brown tan with all black hardware. So I wanted to kind of show you guys the steps of how I make my holsters and everything, the molds I use and all that good stuff, kind of the work that goes into making a holster. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, first, I grab my sheets, which I already grabbed from my stock. Got a multicam tan right here for the front sheet. The back sheet is this coyote brown, beautiful tan color. Next, obviously, you grab our molds, which are right here. These 3 CNC machined molds that I buy. I'll put it right there. Grab the back piece. Process of the waistband holsters, it's 2 different molds. One sheet for the front sheet, one mold for the back sheet right there. Yeah, we just go ahead and cut the Kydex to size, which I'll go ahead and do that. I'll set you guys up somewhere so you can watch. Let's see, maybe right here. All right, so yeah, right here, the main objective right here is just to cut the sheets so they're not oversized on the mold. So right here, I'll just take a knife, just score the Kydex. You want to leave a couple, I only have like 1/4 of an inch on this side. Over here, I'll leave like around 1/2 inch or something. All you do is just score the Kydex. You're not trying to cut through the Kydex, you're just trying to score it so you can get a good weak point in the Kydex. When you bend it back, it just snaps. So just like this, and you bend it back right there, and it just snaps just like that. So now your back sheet is good. And then same thing for the front shot. For the front side, you choose what side you want of your Kydex. Since we're doing more of the tan back, I'm gonna choose this side has a little more tan, and this side has kind of more white, lighter colors. This has a little bit darker colors. So I'm gonna do this side. So right there. Turn it over this side so I can cut with my right hand. So you just do a couple passes, like 2-3 passes. Usually I have a razor blade here, like a razor blade knife, but I think I lost it, so there goes that. But just like that. Just breaks. So I go and put this on the front side, put the multicam, says right there, up just like that. So there we go. First part is done. So go ahead and move you guys to the heat press. It's already heated up. So this is the setup I'm using to heat up my Kydex. It's a t-shirt press. I was just heating up the bottom piece before I put the Kydex in. This is a non-stick sheet. So what you want to use so your Kydex doesn't get stuck to the top of the sheet like I used to. I was kind of dumb and new to the game, so I was putting the Kydex here without this non-stick sheet. It was getting stuck to the top, melting to the top. But my settings are 362 degrees for I think 80 seconds, or 78 seconds, almost 80 seconds. But those are my settings. So we just go ahead and grab the sheet we want to do first, which I'll do the multicam sheet. Just make sure you clean it off. Make sure it's good and clean. I'm gonna set you guys up right here. See the heat press and the vacuum press. So color side usually down. So if the sheet does melt, it's not the color sheet, it's the back sheet. Clean it off. Put your non-stick sheet. Go ahead and close your heat press. Let it count down. Here, just this little grain. This is a shelf lining for the shelves. You put the shelf lining, and I use that to sometimes over here whenever the mold doesn't reach this perforated area, I put this green stuff so I can kind of get that area, get some of the Kydex airflow to get sucked in. That's all that does, help with the airflow. That's all that does. But right there is pretty good. And you just wait for sheet to come out, and I'll start again once the sheet comes out. So here we go, our heat press has has started beeping. Time ran out. Go ahead and remove the nonstick sheet from the Kydex. Multicam facing down. Make sure your Kydex is sitting pretty good on both edges, just like that. Put your foam, your vacuum sealer, and then turn on your vacuum press. There, and it sucks up all the air. You push it on the corners. Make sure get good definition on your mold. Pretty good, just like that. You get your next sheet ready. Our next sheet is KLD brown. Put that in there. Get that ready. Don't press it down yet. You still want to get this to cool down a little bit. So when you take it out, it's not still flimsy. Loses definition. We turn off our vacuum press, or our vacuum. Sorry. Take off this. Relieve the air seal. Well, just like that. It's pretty good. Got good definition. And it's still kind of hot, but it's not flimsy. You usually just take open a corner. If it's flimsy, you can air it down with the air compressor. But it feels good. Still, it's pretty cool. So you just let this sit for a little while. Let it cool down on its own. There, you can close your heat press now. While that's heating up, reset your shelf liner. I need more. This is I've been using the same shelf liner for over 5 years now, over 6 years probably now. I do need more, but I'll buy some soon. Make sure your mold is clean. Looks good. Just like that. And then you just wait for your sheet to come out. Alright, so our heat press is screaming at us again. Go ahead and open it up. Get the timer turned off. Move your non-stick sheet. Put the Kydex on there. Some stuff to make sure it gets off. There. Close your vacuum seal. Seal it up. Turn on your vacuum press. There. Feels good. I can feel the whole gun. I can feel the ridges and bumps. So you know you got a good press. And you go and let that sit for a little while. Alright, so it's been on long enough. Disconnect your vacuum. Break your vacuum seal. Boom, just like that. Got good definition. Nice formed back sheet. Just like that. Oh, this is actually still a little hot. So you just grab a vacuum. Air compressor. Blow it off. Just like that. Oh, shoot, I won't use this. I gotta buy some more anyways, but I'll let it cool by itself. There you go. Let's close this up. Back where it was. But yeah, got our sheets over here cooling down a little bit by themselves. Alright, so next thing we're doing is just rough cutting the edges off. Just come to our handy dandy bandsaw. Just like that, we got it rough trim, rough cut, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, we go get our trim jigs, which I will find and show it to you in a second. Alright, so these right here, these are our trim jigs. So we put the Kydex on and we trim it on the router, and this is how we get our shape of our holsters. So actually, before we could start trimming, we actually got to cut this, we're going to drill this hole out, 3/16 inch drill bit. So we come to our handy dandy Drill bits find 3/16 right here. Grab our drill.
That little hole. Just like that.
So that way, when it's on the trim jig, it stays put right there. And this is how we get the shape of our holsters. So every single one of our holsters comes out just perfect. Every single one of our holsters comes out all uniformed and everything.
Right there. Actually right there.
Boom. Got a lot of trim off right here, but it's okay. We'll get it done. Then we go to our router. Alright, we're here where the magic happens. This is the routing table. This is how we get our molds to be precise and uniform every single time. We have this router here, the bearing in the bottom. The bearing is flush with these blades, and that bearing just rides along the bottom edge of our trim jig right here. And this is how we get our holsters all the same great shape and everything. But this is where the magic happens. This is probably the biggest portion of our process. You know, if we mess this up, if we even go like an inch back into the Kydex, mess up the whole holster pretty much. But yeah, we can get to it. Get a little loud. See, there we go. Here's the back sheet routed, just shape we want it. Another important part, if you're doing this, you're getting into this Kydex making business, and you have your router. Another important thing is you're gonna have these spots where you have a lot of Kydex hanging off. Don't go straight into the trim jig. You're gonna want to take off bit by bit by bit by bit, just how I was doing on that one. Because if you do a big piece at one time, it'll like tear the Kydex like all the way up into here. It'll like just take off a big huge portion. So just do bit by bit by bit by bit until you get to flush where you're routing your trim jig. Yeah, now for the front sheet now. So this front piece, the sides match it pretty well, but the back piece, I have to actually higher up the blade so you can get this top portion up here. But for the sides in the front, this length will work. So we'll go ahead and do that part. Right there, that's hit the max where I can reach this length of the blade. So we're gonna go ahead and unlock our router and twist our knob to higher our blade till we're reaching the highest point of our holster, which is about right there. And just like that, got our perfectly shaped holster. Looks good. Got our front sheet and then our back sheet, so those pair up just like that. We got perfectly, it's gonna hug your hips and everything. These wings on the side. Got our adjustable retention right here. You put a screw right here and then tighten it to, depending on how tight you want your firearm in there. But it's looking good. Just gotta drill our holes, sand the edges, buff the edges, rivet it together. All the good part, all the good stuff. Let's get to it. All right, so next is drilling all our holes right here, which come out in our mold. We're drill all these holes so they all come out nice and aligned and straight. But Our rivets are 1/4 inch, so we grab our 1/4 inch drill bit, which put our 3/16 inch back, 1/4 right here. Put it up against some wood, and just go to town drilling. Alright, so all our holes for the rivets have been drilled. We're just going to make this hole a little bit bigger because the hole we drilled, the 3/16, is a little bit smaller than our binding posts. So our binding posts are 7/32. So we're going to change our drill bit out for 7/32 drill bit. And just make the hole just a little bit bigger. That's all it takes. That's all it is. And then something I like to do is just clean the holes out with a countersink drill bit. This bad boy right here. Right there, so just take it just real quick. So just like that, our holes are clean. Rivets will go in there pretty nice and easy. All our holes are nice and uniformed. Nice straight level line holes. And we put our, that's pretty much it. We just gotta put in our rivets, put in our binding posts. And we sand the edges nice and flat, straight, and buff them. That's pretty much it. We're getting close to the end already. Alright, so here we just grab all our hardware, which we can do a black finishing washer for the retention screw. So I'm running out of these back binding posts, but I already ordered a bunch coming in the mail. Actually, as we speak, actually, it was shipped today. A long screw, just one for the retention, a rubber spacer so we can get some retention between the sheets. So what we do is put this rubber spacer there, put our back binding posts in the back like so, our front sheet just like that, finishing washer, small screw right there, just like that. And the reason we do this first is because we put our rivets first, we wouldn't be able to put that rubber spacer in there. So we do this step first before the rivets. So just like that, and make sure all our holes line up, which we can mess with it just a little bit. Right there. So then we grab our black. These are black oxide. I'm sorry, these are not black. These are black oxide. So, we just throw a few here. Which ones we don't use back, but throw them in the holes, just like that, just like that. There you go. And next up is riveting, but I'll move the camera for that part in a second. You can put all these black oxide rivets back. All right, so here's our rivet press. Just it's the name, rivets. We do the open side down. Leave it there, kind of let it level itself out right there. Some pressure, stops, and just rivets it. And you do the rest, same thing to the rest of them. Let it level out. Just like that. All riveted. Now this these sheets are, you know, staying together forever. But yeah. And then next we go to the sander to make these edges nice and flush. They're already pretty flush, but you want to make them even more flush. You can see it's a tiny bit of difference between the two. So next, the sander. We're at the sanding table. Again, it's gonna get a little loud, so I'll probably mute this part where I'm sanding. But the main objective is to get level. I'm eye level right now with the sander. I'm kneeling or squatting, sorry. And literally just go like that for a second. Make these two sheets nice and even and flush. Or here, any flat part is really what you're hitting. So I got a flat part right here, flat part right there, flat part obviously on the bottom. This corner, side, up here. I come to this circular sander right here and just go like that. Boom, get that a little bit. This side I hand sand, so don't worry about any of this singular area. This part, get a little bit on the circular sander right there. Boom, and yeah, that's it. So here we go. And just like that, all our edges are nice and flush. Now we just go back to the workbench and we hand sand them to be a little bit smoother so they're easier to buff. But yeah, let's go to the workbench. Alright, we're back at the workbench. We got our hand sander right here. This is a 220 grit. It's our fine. I used to use a really low one, like 80, and then I used to do, I think, 150 for a medium, and then fine 220. But honestly, it's kind of a waste of time. Now I just go straight to 220. As long as everything's flush and it's a little bit smoother, we're good. So yeah, just all you want to do is make sure you get any little major cuts. See, it's already good. But I just go a little bit more just for good measure. Alright, there we go. Now our holster is nice smooth edges. Makes everything, makes the buffing a lot easier. Makes nice and good. Then go over the buffing wheel. Alright, so we made it to our buffing wheel. This is a sanding disc, sorry, and this is a buffing wheel. I use this very lightly. Just kind of get any small imperfections out of the way again. So very light tap on that, and then this is our buffing wheel. This is just to get the nice smooth glossy edges. But here we go. Boom, just like that. We got a nice polished edged holster. You know, some little bit of leftover Kydex from the buffing and sanding and stuff, but it's easy to come off with a knife or obviously my fingers. Just like that. Next is belt loops. That's all there is to it, and then yeah, it's ready to ship off. Alright, so mounting our belt loops brings us over to our working bench. You just grab 2 belt loops, 4 binding posts, 4 small screws, and 2 rubber spacers. These rubber spacers we're going to cut in half because all we need is a very, very small spacer. All I use the spacers for to kind of put tension against the belt loop and the holster. That's all it is for. It's nothing. It's not for retention or anything. So you just need these very skinny. You don't need them very big at all. All right, went ahead and cut those washers. We got 4 rubber washers. Sorry. Go ahead and flip the holster in its back end. Get 2 binding posts. Hold them with your index and middle finger. And flip the holster back over here. Sorry. Get 2 rubber spacers, just like that. Match up the holes in the binding posts, just like so. Grab 2 screws, put them in your 2 top washer rivets, screw it in, just like so. You can do these pretty tight because you don't want these coming off ever, but you could also move them if ever need be. You know, the customer wants to change them out for a new one. Maybe he breaks these somehow and wants to replace them. You know, you don't put any Loctite or anything on there. You could put Loctite. You could put the blue Loctite. I just don't do it because these almost never, don't ever come off with the these rubber spacers right here. So I just leave them like that. I just tighten them real well. So same thing on the other side. Just like so. 2 screws. Just like so. Don't cross thread them. And just like that, you've got a beautiful outside the waistband holster. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. You know, leave a comment if you want me to make more of these videos on how to make Kydex gear, how I do it. You know, making other holsters and stuff like that. I make also trays, wallets, and all that good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, making this beautiful multicam and tan holster. If you you know, I hope you guys are able to use some of my knowledge and some of my video on making your own. If you know, you don't have the tools to do this type of process, you know, you can order one on my website, kydexworks.com. Build your own, you know, outside the waistband or inside the waistband. Just make sure we have the mold for your weapon, because if not, sadly we can't. You can definitely email us or shoot me a message or whatever on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you guys want. Shoot me a message of the gun you have, and I could definitely look into getting a holster. Mold for it, making a holster ultimately. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Leave me a thumbs up. See you guys later.